Chances are, if you were to ask the average person online who Andrew Tate is, you're definitely going to get different answers. If you've never heard of this guy until today, you're probably living under a digital rock. To put you out of your misery, Top G, as he's always called, is a lot of things. To the majority, he's a misogynistic bigot who poses a threat to our progressive society, while to others, he's a Socrates Regan, the alpha male championing for the good cause of masculinity but falsely accused of corrupting young men. So who exactly is Andrew Tate? How did this guy get so popular? Why are you even searching for the Top G on the internet right now? This guy got kicked off every social media app on the face of the earth, leaving one to ask, how can you piss off a lot of people at the same time? I mean, you've got to be like a musician or a politician to stir up a lot of emotions in people. Definitely not a kickboxer, right? Well, Andrew Tate has shown the people, or should I say his 15-year-old keyboard warriors, that with a podcast, you can start a global commotion on the couch in your living room. Let's do a background check on the man himself. Andrew Tate is the eldest of his siblings and was born and raised in Luton, England. Tate's father was an African-American chess player. Despite being an excellent chess player, he battled with poverty for much of his life. Tate grew up to be a kickboxer and went on to win the ISKA championship. It was during the 2016 season of the UK's Big Brother reality show that he had his first brush with the public. He only lasted 6 days on the show, and it seems he is not one to hang around for long. So what caused his exit from the show? Tate was sent packing after a video surfaced showing him beating a woman with a belt. Can you imagine that? He claimed they were role-playing, but nobody was buying it. After his Big Brother stint ended in disaster, the man had other plans up his sleeve. He started an adult webcam business with his brother Tristan Tate, called My Free Cams. Everyone knows sex sells, everyone including the Top G himself, so he basically hired attractive women to have chat sessions with men, and all they had to do was to moan about their imaginary problems and, after that, pretend to be in urgent need of money, which the men then would supply via the site's tipping feature. Tate admitted on the video podcast that at the peak of My Free Cams, he had over 75 women working for him across 4 locations and was earning $600,000 per month. Sounds like a lot, right? In the same video, he also explains how UK authorities searched his home, where the girls who worked for his webcam studio were staying after one of the employees reported that he had hit her. He had to leave for Romania because, according to him, he felt oppressed by the British government during the investigation that followed. Things got really interesting when he also stated in a since-deleted YouTube video that the lenient sexual assault laws in Romania were 40% of the reason he moved. He probably wished he hadn't said that, seeing how every one of his critics, and I mean every one of them, has been holding on to that statistics. Seeing how he's one never to give up, he started an online course, Hustlers University 2.0, and this affiliate program blew him into the limelight. Hustlers University 2.0 is apparently an online community where Tate and numerous war room soldiers will teach you exactly how to make money for the cool price of $50. The website claims that Hustlers University has more than 127,000 paying members and generates a monthly profit of $6.3 million. Members of the course were also instructed to share as many Tate clips as possible on social media in order to drive traffic to the course. Although unknown to many, Andrew Tate's final plan for world domination included a podcast. He started appearing on manosphere-related content such as Fresh and Fit podcasts and other popular podcasts. At the time, he was outspoken about his endorsement on controversial figures like Matt Walsh and Donald Trump. The icebreaker was when he appeared alongside popular streamer Adam Ross and got into a lengthy debate with Twitch streamer XQC, during which he made provocative statements about primarily owning women. These clips found their way to TikTok, and from there, Top G became an online sensation overnight. Tate's comments, especially about women, put a stop to his goal of global domination. While his political views were divisive, many of his comments about women were unmistakably sexist. Someone obviously didn't tell him it's 2022, and you can't appear to be remotely misogynistic. He found out the hard way. He got removed from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. He was banned from Twitter for making the claim that rape victims bear some responsibility for placing themselves in a situation to be assaulted while lambasting the Me Too movement. This claim was made in an effort to defend the culprits of violence against women. Tate claimed that married women who make money from the subscription site OnlyFans owe their partners money because they are a man's property. He claimed that women have no innate responsibility or honor, which is why he would never allow a woman to operate a car. Twitter took notes and swore they would never allow Andrew Tate to operate on their platform. TikTok then got in on the fun and banned him for violating its policy, which prohibits content that attacks, threatens, incites violence against, or otherwise dehumanizes an individual or a group. Facebook and Instagram took it a step further with the ban, citing his offense as a violation of Meta's policy on dangerous individuals and organizations. Everyone, it appears, wanted a piece of this guy, and guess what? They got it. When Top G realized his kingdom was crumbling before his own eyes, he had to do something about it. So what did he do? A statement seemed more like it. Andrew Tate sent a final message to his Vimeo disciples, saying that a number of his comments, which had been widely condemned for being offensive to women, had been taken out of context. He stated in the video that he was a victim of his own success. He didn't bring up the YouTube or TikTok bans, but he did say he wasn't upset about his abolishment from Instagram and Facebook. He also mentioned in the 1-hour video that he had wished he had received a warning before the bans were implemented. Tate claimed that short-form video services like Instagram Reels and TikTok are to blame for only displaying snippets of his statements. Unfairly vilified was the term he used to describe it. He wasn't done yet. He disclosed that he would step away from the podcast he and his brother Tristan Tate co-hosted. After his not-so-shocking eviction from all those platforms, he surprisingly switched to Rumble. You've probably heard of that one, right? If you haven't, Rumble is basically a YouTube-like video-sharing website that takes pride in being unaffected by cancel culture. There was a mass migration to the platform to Rumble as his followers couldn't bear the thought of living another day without their master. I know you're trying to get Rumble right now also. According to data gathered by digital intelligence company SimilarWeb, the number of daily active users on Rumble increased by 45.3% from the previous week. Rumble is relatively new on the scene, and they're definitely not going to be competing with the big boys in terms of audience. So for a period of time, Top G appeared to have been cut off from the surface of the earth. Well, that was when we thought until videos of him praying in a mosque found their way to the internet. Apparently, Andrew Tate visited Dubai, where he converted to Islam. His brother Tristan revealed that the main factor in Andrew's decision to convert was a steadfast adherence to religion in many Islamic nations. The kickboxer took together another one of his new social media accounts to make the following announcement after his friends posted videos of his prayers online. "This is why I'm Muslim. Any Christian who believes in good and understands the true battle against evil must convert. So be patient. Indeed, the promise of Allah is truth." Quran 30:60. A closer look at the video showed that he wasn't just praying alone. Tate was with MMA fighter Tam Khan. Khan captioned the video on his social media sites with the words, "Praise be to God," to receive wide interaction and the admiration of thousands of followers. To support what Tristan said about Top G, the fighter explained the reasons for Tate's conversion and vouched for him. "Brother Andrew is very sincere, and his heart is with Islam. Let me clarify a few things. Why did I record us pray? Because it helps to post positivity. This was to be the last news of Andrew Tate to hit the internet until Elon Musk happened. When all hope for his adoring legion of followers to have their teacher back seemed lost, Twitter flew open the door to their Lord and Savior as Elon Musk restored the accounts of several well-known figures who had been suspended from the service. Yep, Elon, the new owner of Twitter, who also role-plays as a billionaire, tweeted on November 19th that it was Freedom Friday as he restored accounts for people like Jordan Peterson and Kathy Griffin that had been deleted. Tate celebrated his comeback with a post that read, "Mastery is a funny thing. It's almost as if, on a long enough timescale, losing simply isn't an option." While some are pretty skeptical that it is actually Andrew Tate's account, it appears to be completely legitimate. You can tell by the fact that big names like Joe Rogan follow it, and it even has likes dating back to 2017, the year he was suspended. Oh, I didn't mention that his account had been inactive since 2017. Yes, it's been that long. Andrew Tate sits in a good company with Kanye West, Donald Trump, Kathy Griffin, Alex Jones, and Azalea Banks, among others who were kicked off Twitter for various reasons. A number of them were banned from Twitter for spreading false information, trying to incite or advocate violence, engaging in harmful activity, or violating other Twitter policies. Others, such as Kathy Griffin, were evicted for their horrendous crime of impersonating Elon Musk, the new Twitter overlord. Donald Trump is undoubtedly the most prominent name on that list. I mean, who could ever forget that glorious Trump era on Twitter? Twitter finally decided they had enough as they banished the president from Twitter in January 2021 for breaching the platform's glorification of violence policy in his post following the infamous January 6th invasion of the U.S. Capitol. You'd think that after Twitter reversed Mr. Trump's lifetime ban, the former president would jump at the chance to return, but he has yet to accept that offer. Why? Only Donald Trump appears to know the definitive answer to that question. Instead of converting to a new religion after being kicked off Twitter, Donald Trump designed his own social media site called Truth Social, which, to be candid, looks a lot like Twitter. While some were fortunate enough to have their accounts restored, others were not. Alex Jones, the InfoWars founder and conspiracy theorist, was banned from Twitter in 2018 for abusive behavior. When asked if he would reinstate Jones' account, Musk simply said no. I mean, it is quite easy to understand why no one supports an Alex Jones comeback. Jones has recently been in the hot seat because of his repeated assertions that the 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newton, Connecticut, which resulted in the deaths of 20 children and 6 adults, was a complete fabrication staged to weaken support for gun ownership. He would later come to change his mind after being sued for defamation by the parents of a deceased child. Jones admitted that the shooting was 100% real while testifying in a recent court case. It's amazing what a lawsuit can do to your thinking. Now I'm sure you must have seen all the drama surrounding Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter by now. Everyone knows what happens when a new boss is around. Yeah, that's right. There's got to be a lot of changes. Elon took over Twitter last month and fired nearly half of the 7,500 employees he had on board. A few weeks later, he threatened to fire anyone who wasn't, in his word, hardcore. Well, some people were not into the new boss, so about 1,000 people of them reportedly quit, leaving Twitter with 2,700 workers. All of this has led many folks to predict an untimely death for the social media site. As of today, Twitter is still breathing. While we await Twitter's demise, you can easily say that the platform and its users have played a huge role in determining who is relevant these days. If the public has an issue with them, your favorite celebrity could go from 100 to a 0 real quickly. You only need one tweet or video to be eliminated. People like Andrew Tate had a lot of that. Government officials also have learned this the hard way. Some who have sinned have been cast into the darkness. No one is spared from an expulsion. Presidents, celebrities, and even kickboxers who own podcasts. The way it works is that these large corporations have values that mirror that of the majority on their platform, and anyone who disagrees with them is a vicious bigot, waiting to be executed. Some will tell you social media companies pay attention to young people who are liberals. You do the math, and you'll find out that there are a lot of young people out there, a lot of them leaning left, so it's only normal that these big tech companies cater to them. And besides, social media platform owners are business owners, right? They would like to make money to increase their company's value for their shareholders. As a result, they go wherever the market is. So basically, social media is a reflection of the people who use it, and if the people don't agree with you, you're kicked out. So there you have it. Kanye West, cancelled. Donald Trump, cancelled. Alex Jones, cancelled. And of course, the top G himself. While he's content with sharing his opinion on Twitter, for now, the world eagerly awaits his next step. What do you think of Andrew Tate's next line of action will be on Twitter? Do you think he'll remain calm, seeing that Elon Musk is also a man that takes no nonsense? Or do you think he'll resume to his controversy? Comment below. Like and subscribe.